How do you do it? Hope there's nothing to it. I vowed that I would not give in, but we turned to lovers from friends. Put up all night, hands on my thick thighs. Maybe it's those brown eyes. Know you from a past life. You got me open. You know every curve in my mind. Old school, you way past your time. Pull up to your spot and just vibe. My lover and my friend. Do you believe me when I say you got me needy, Ben? I think I've fallen in. Now get me high like marijuana. Respect you like my father. If I bless you with a nana, you better not tell nada. Don't need no mentions, just your attention. You do it better. Let me go never. Flexible, safe for your sexual. Get sweater when you feed my mind. Tell me that the shit's all mine. You do it better. For you it's whatever. Come be with me. What's blind now I see is you. I want more than just a sneaky link. How about forever, baby, what you think? Laid eyes on you and then I saw my dreams. You saw your body, everything between. Speak to my heart, boy. I love to feel your face by me, skin. Heal just to let your love in. Only you forgive me, good love. My lover and my friend. Do you believe me when I say you got me needy, Ben? I think I've fallen in. Now get me high like marijuana. Respect you like my father. If I bless you with a nana, you better not tell nada. Don't need no mentions, just your attention. You do it better. Let me go never. Give me back shots to my back pops. Make the clock stop. To my let's lie. Oh, na 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 na. Only you forgive me, good love. Nervous tension, quenching for your love. Sipping, kissing, dripping for your love. Lotus flower, open for your love. Take me higher, I don't need no drugs. Like marijuana. Respect you like my father. If I bless you with a nana, you better not tell nada. Don't need no mentions, just your attention. You do it better. Let me go never.
Hey, Miss Posh. We want to know everything. Hi. I got the one that told you Hi. But I don't want to say it out loud, so hi. What? Here? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's fine. She thinks she's older than me. She thinks she's older than me.
I'm born before her. That's all that matters. That's all that
Somebody's phone on. Let me see. You think she's older than me?
How do you do it? Hope there's nothing to it. I felt that I would not give in, but we turned to lovers from friends. Put up all night, hands on my thick thighs. Maybe it's those brown eyes. Know you from a past life. You got me open. You know every curve in my mind.
Uh-oh. Something done went down. This my cousin Hannah.
My friend, Do you believe me when I say you got me knee-deep in? I think I've fallen in. Now get me high like marijuana. Respect you like my father. If I bless you with a nana, you better not tell nada. Don't need no mentions, just your attention. You do it better. Let me go never. Somebody say feel sexual. It's wetter when you feed my mind. Tell me that the shit's all mine. You do it better. For you it's whatever. Come be with me. What's blind now I see is you. I want more than just a sneak link. How about forever, baby, what you think? Laid eyes on you and then I saw my dreams. You saw your body, everything between. Speak to my heart, boy. I love to feel your face by me. Skin heal just to let your love in. Only you forgive me, good love. My lover and my friend. Do you believe me when I say you got me knee-deep in? I think I've fallen in. Now get me high like marijuana. Respect you like my father. If I bless you with a nana, you better not tell nada. Don't need no mentions, just your attention. You do it better.
All right, y'all. Yes. That I love that song. Well, I could play that all night.
Who make that again?
My cousin Hunter. Her name is Kelly Storm.
Kelly Storm.
Kelly Storm in the building tonight.
Okay, and what's song like this every now and then? What's the name of that song? That song hot.
Let me go back. Shit. It's called I'm gonna give you this 9 so now I'm just playing. It's called New is Good Love.
Oh, that's good.
New is Good Love. New is Good Love. That's that shit though. That's crack. I love that song. I love her voice. It's just so beautiful.
Man, she's a singer she's a singer sometimes when I do her nails. What?
You hear that, L? You hear L said you used to be singing when she on your nails, girl. Sit your ass down with that though.
Don't do it.
I'm just playing, Hannah. I'm just playing. Don't cuss me out, cuz. But yeah. So, Maz, don't touch my shit.
You stay telling somebody don't touch them.
Right.
Can't use a charger.
No.
Can't do nothing.
Right.
Be quiet. She said it's called Good Love.
Good love.
Yeah. She said, I'm going to bless you with this nah. You going to go tell your father.
Miss Holly, you slayed that one. Yes, you definitely. Honey, I'm going to have to go and say it. Yes, she did, Hannah.
Now I'm going to tell your father. She put the Jamaican, let the motherfucker know that father. But yeah, so we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
The first thing that we're going to talk about is, I got to tag my sis in here. Hold on. The first, go ahead. Somebody read the topic.
Well, you ain't say read the topic. You ain't say none of that.
That's the topic.
When speaking with children's father or mother, should you let your spouse, significant other know? Share your thoughts. And I was only reading slowly, y'all, because it's coming
you did good
at the bottom. I can read.
Yeah, you did good actually.
That's always you
can hook up public school.
I'm
not public school. I am smarter than a 5th grader, and I have a degree.
You did real good. So let me just say this. Yeah, I do got a disclaimer, but I gotta read it because I don't know about her yet. We try to get that together. I ain't memorized it yet, but hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. And then we'll go from there. But we gotta say the disclaimer because it's day-to-day podcast.
And we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
You know, everybody opinions is their opinions. You
Well,
know.
I just want to say while you getting that disclaimer.
Okay, I got it.
Ladies is in here looking fabulous.
Yes.
But today,
you.
baby,
Thank
you
you.
are fine.
Yes.
The locks are locking, the wraps are wrapping, the braids are flowing, and we are in this. Yes.
I appreciate y'all. Everybody
I missed you
doing.
all last week. I had to go be my grandmother and babysit, locked up in Hamilton, Ohio. So, you know,
What?
AKA
Grandma
girl, and want me back. She like, I can drop y'all with the podcast and I can stay. No, I'm ride with best friend.
Save my best friend.
Yes, so yes.
You was in grandma jail though.
Girl,
Grandma jail.
yes,
That's what I call
it is.
Ain't nobody put me in grandma jail. But I've been in grandma jail though. I have, and I was pissed, and it will never happen again.
Exactly. And see,
But
full
yeah.
disclaimer, see, for me, full disclaimer is that I do not drive. I do not have a driver's license. I've never driven.
What?
And honey, so, no, in 49 years of my life, I've never operated a vehicle.
passenger princess.
Honey, and when I tell you, if you pull up the
I need
list
the white
from
flag on
Hamilton,
that one.
Ohio,
Yeah.
to just girl to go right along, oh honey, I wasn't lifting nowhere. So I was locked up in Hamilton. So
Wow, yeah, you can't do nothing about that. All right, so I'm gonna say the disclaimer: everyone on the panel is expressing their opinion, and their opinions are strictly their opinions, and it doesn't have anything to do with the brand, nor does it reflect on the brand integrity. Let's go.
all right.
All right, so I memorize that in another month or so. Then I won't have to read it off the thing.
We're gonna put a cue card up in the distance.
Right.
So
Take that shit.
you gonna have to read it like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, we can do that too.
Yes.
And then just everybody just make sure y'all tune in. We got new music Sundays from 3 to 4 with Busy One Radio. Shout out to Busy One. We most definitely got Chris in the building for Worldwide. That's my family right there. What's going on, Chris? And then we got Men Mondays with the men at 9. We got, of course, Women Wednesdays with my host. And then we have Let's Talk
What's
About It
your what?
Fridays. My host.
No.
My host.
I was
So-
by my mind. I was like, nah.
Okay.
A couple shots of tequila.
Since they always on my ass, I'm my panel. They some hoes.
Okay.
So my panel.
I'm sorry. I am single, looking to mingle. If you got some prospects, I like old men, 55 and older. I like what I like. No Taurus. Done with the Taurus.
Say she's doing a date
Yeah,
night.
let y'all know before we get started.
Did she do that?
I don't know.
She said it's our opinion. You know,
It's not a reflection of the brand.
and it's our thoughts.
Now ain't no hoeing. Ain't no hoeing. Since they thought I was being rude like that, it's fine.
I was just saying, but you know what? He was like, you
My
clarified. You clarified. It's cool.
All right. All right. So let's get back to the question. So, right, what you said, Chris. So I want to say with that, no, I don't feel that you should have to say for instance, if I was friends, because the kids are grown at this point, we have grandkids, but if I was friends with their dad, I would say to my husband, I just want to let you know, call him and talk to him about some things that's going on, blah, blah, blah. I don't feel like that's necessary. Why would I do that? I don't feel like I need to tell him that. I don't want to know when he talked to his kids' mothers and stuff like that. He don't necessarily have to tell me that. People feel that you should.
I'm sorry. We got a viewer saying it's not really clear.
Oh, it's echoing. Let me see.
Oh, the audio or video?
Is it the video? Because it might be the video. Because let me take it off. Let me see. Oh, you can't hear us, Alethea? The sound. She said it's always the damn sound. That shit gets on my nerves.
Okay, yeah, she said the sound.
Okay. Let mean, it's on. Shit, I
That
don't
probably
know.
was 'cause you
I
kinda
might
got
have to go
low
out of
and-
it and go back in it.
Yeah, when you lowered your voice a little.
Okay, what now, sis? She said it's going in and I don't know. Can you hear that better, Lethea? I had to go out of it and go back in. I don't know what be going on, girl. It work one day and the next day it don't. I have no clue because I ain't changed nothing that I did last
coming in
week.
here touching your stuff.
I don't know.
We ain't having it. We rebuke it.
Okay. You said it's still going. Let me see. Let me go. I guess she went out there to go see if you can hear it or if it's going like.
She said,
in
yes,
and
I
out.
can
She
hear.
said she can hear.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. See, I don't know
Cool.
what's up with that. All I did was went out of it and went back in. I don't know. But anyway. But as I was saying is I don't feel that I should necessarily have to. What was that?
That was my foot.
Oh, girl, I thought it was a damn anyway. So
No,
so no, I should have to tell you that even though I was in a relationship with the person or whatever, okay. I went out and went back in. You shouldn't necessarily have to tell that person that you're having a conversation with adult children, like with their other parents, personally. Because I don't care to know if he talked to his kid's mother or not. That's okay. He talked to him anytime he want to talk to him. That don't got nothing to do with me. You know, I'd rather not be around because they get smart and then I be wanting to check their ass. So I'd rather not be around and hear the smart ass comments and the smart ass remarks. So I'd rather be in the other room. I'm gonna let him handle that. I don't got shit to do with that. I'm out of that. You feel me?
Right.
I learned to like stay out of that, you know, and I don't feel I would want to tell him like, you should have told me you would talk to her on the phone.
Right.
Like, is that an insecurity? Yeah, that to me would feel like I'm being insecure about a person that he's speaking with because and he got kids with her.
Right.
So I'm feeling like it's some type of insecurity within me to feel like, why the fuck you ain't tell me you talk to her, or why you ain't, why you on the phone with her?
Yeah, these people are crazy. If you feel like I got to tell you every time I have a conversation with my baby daddy or my baby mama, I got to tell you.
It's people that say that. It's people that say
I know it's people that say that, but
Really?
I mean it is. But I don't think it's insecurity. I don't think it's insecurity. I
it's
think
a trust issue.
Yeah.
And
That
then
too.
but
Like,
then
what reason?
but
Right.
on that point, when you're married, it's a whole different ball game. And it ain't about me saying, oh babe, I'm talking to my baby daddy. Or oh babe, I'm talking to my baby mom. It's just, I don't know. Me and my husband got together when our kids was younger. And it was just like, hey, I'm going to handle this. Okay, babe. And it wasn't like, you better tell me. It's just, it just came out like
Common
that.
courtesy.
Common courtesy. I guess, transparency, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I said, you better, and he said, I better. It's just, it happened like that.
In my case, I really don't care for my father, but in my case, it would be more so I wouldn't tell him like I'm gonna call Poppy Daddy for whatever X, Y, and Z. It'll come out like, I talked to that nigga, right? You know what I'm saying? He said, whoop, 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 whoop. You know what I'm saying? And he we have conversations because we just communicate like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, and unfortunately, I don't have to do the same with him because his baby mother is no longer here. However, I wouldn't care because
Right.
I trust him. So I'm from that generation. Like, hey,
It is what
it is what it is.
Yeah.
And if I gotta look over your shoulder all the time and not trust you, or somebody could come in and take you, then you want mine.
Right.
I mean, I personally never care. I've been in a situation on both ends of the spectrum where I,
if I was with somebody they didn't care, but I was also with a person that wanted to know like, well, why you having a conversation with them? You ain't tell me. First of all, I ain't got nothing to do with you. That's why I ain't gonna tell you nothing. But I understand the concept where you coming from, because if you meet a person and y'all hook up and y'all hooked up on a sneaky situation, and then you find out that they talking to maybe the ex or whoever that you quote unquote took them from, whatever, what have you, that does play into insecurities and trust issues, which is sad at the end of the day. But I don't think it's that serious. Like, whether you tell me or not, that's your prerogative. I'm not gonna ask you. Now, if you are speaking to, the other person and it's something to me where like we're in a relationship and it's like some news that you didn't share with me that was like vitally important per se, and you shared it with them first. It depends on like, did you call them and tell them, or was y'all on the phone? Because it just depends on what it is. So to me, everything is always the context of what it comes from and what it stems from.
Well, you shouldn't be talking to your baby mama, your baby daddy, if it ain't about the kids nowhere.
You shouldn't.
So that's my next thing though. Like, I wanted to ask that because I'm thinking about this too. Like, since that's your baby daddy or your baby mama, are y'all not allowed to be cool and friends and talk, or is it just like why can't we be cool? Like, why can't I have a decent relationship or talk to him outside of?
He done stuck his pee-pee in your home.
For real?
And y'all don't have nothing to be talking about other than the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Your new significant other or whoever you're with, that's your friend now. That's your male companionship. That's your confidant.
Yeah.
All the other, because these brothers just be waiting for a chance. They do. They lay in wait.
And they do, but they're not. But women do it too. Like my ex-husband, he was friends with every ex-girlfriend, every baby mama, all their relatives. We would go, like, it was a party we went to, and it was his ex-wife and her family. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that's where we were. But you know me, I'm kind of cool. Like, I don't care because I believe it with everybody. Right. I personally feel like I can have a conversation. I can be cool with whoever I choose to be cool with, whether I'm with you or not, because I know my boundaries with you, and I'm not gonna let you cross them. So if we happen to have a casual conversation that fell outside the kids because we was already talking, then so be it. Is it gonna be a regular thing? No, it ain't gonna be no regular thing. I'm gonna be calling you on a regular basis and talking to you. If I'm in a situation and we just hobnob it and you going about your merry way, we're adults, because at the end of the day, we want to teach our kids how to be cordial individuals as well too, and that goes to like not. And I don't want to throw the word grudge out there like that, but it's like about letting go of that bitterness or whatever. It's showing growth.
I think a lot of times we are often too much like. I think with the Black community, a lot of us have had a whole bunch, and I don't want to say it like they accidents, but it's been a lot of times where relationships, where babies have just come out of things that weren't real relationships or real friendships or real love, and it just did not work out. Like, why do I lose this person who's been in my life 10, 20 years just because what we had did not work out, and now I just never get to talk to this person, see this person, unless it's about a child? Like, why would you?
But it depends on why you two are not together.
I mean, sometimes like,
if it's a tumultuous relationship, if it's not, if it's been some toxicity in a relationship, then why?
So no, and what I'm trying to say is if it hasn't, like so for instance, I don't want to put my business out there. But no, so
disclaimer.
Me and my oldest son's father, our son is 15 years old. We have always been super great at co-parenting. And I've been single for most of the time that we've been apart. But even when I wasn't, like, if he was going through something, he'd be like, hey, like, I just want your advice. Like, because we had a really great relationship before we had our son, then we got together.
You don't get that. You don't get that benefit. You don't get to not be, we in a relationship.
Hold on. Also, like, this is a really good person. Like, when he met me, I was dancing on poles, ghetto, ratchet, crazy. I was doing a lot.
So we got a stripper in the building.
Yeah. But
we got to talk.
He helped me grow up. Yeah. He helped me grow up. Like, I do believe the woman that I am today is because of a lot of things that this man came in my life and showed me a different way to be. Because I'm a young girl from downtown. Like, and that's what I was. until I learned that there's more value in myself.
Mhm.
And all praises to the Most High for sending somebody to come into my life and show me that, because I didn't have that.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden, he ain't had no women this whole time. This whole time he ain't had no women, none of that, this, that, third, all of that. I done did what I was doing, and I was cool.
Laying and wait.
You know what I'm saying? But now he done got him a girlfriend, and then all of a sudden he telling me like, yeah, your access to me got to. I'm like, nigga, I don't even call you. You be calling me. But at the same time, why does it have to change now that you like? We have been cool, had this great relationship, parenting our child. Like,
but it's no longer about you and his relationship. It's about the comfortability of the woman that he wants to call his mate right now. It's to make her comfortable. And if our interaction makes her uncomfortable,
He gotta cut you
and
off.
that's perfectly fine. And that's perfectly fine if that's the case. My thing is always, okay, like y'all see
He
how-
weak.
Y'all see, thank you. Y'all see how like y'all ever seen like the picture where say stepmom, stepdad, mom, dad at the football games with the kids? That's how I always thought that we would be. I thought the relationship that me and him had was a great friendship and a great parenting relationship. And anybody who we decided that we was gonna bring them into that.
oh, so
not
y'all was going on
separate.
family vacations and stuff.
No.
So let me ask you
No,
this
it
question.
wasn't that deep.
Let me
It
ask
wasn't
you
deep
this
like
question,
that.
and I'm not really trying to get into your situation, but because you brought it up, when he got in this new relationship, did he introduce you to her?
No.
That means
And that was the problem.
No, I do nothing about her
Because when
at all.
my whole thing is when y'all go to a next step, and I hate to say husband and wife, because when you get in a relationship, y'all working towards that husband and wife.
Right.
But usually when you in that strong husband and wife situation, your friends is my friends and my friends is your friends. And if your friends can't be my friends, then you need to cut them off.
I just love how my father and my mother relationship is. When I used to live in California and my mama would come visit, she was in our house. She was at the house. My stepmother and my mother are cool as hell.
Yeah.
My mom,
But they introduced.
my mom and my stepmom talked more than my mom and my dad.
Right.
Like, I don't understand why it can't be integrated. Why, if we have such a great foundation that we build for our child, why aren't we trying to bring people into this happy space instead of fucking it up, cutting it off? Because obviously
I mean,
we
but
doing
you
it
see
because
it more
women are
so in
territorial.
Black households. I mean, in Black communities.
women are
And today, you don't want to pull the race card, but I'm gonna just follow like this because you see, hell, white people that I know, they break up and they marry their friends, best friends, and now everybody on family vacations, and that's no longer stepdad, that's uncle. So I mean, it does happen at the end of the day. You do see it. It's out there in the world for real. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's not that serious. No, your access to me can change because at the end of the day, it's a boundary. Like, my best friend, she got to do, it's a respect thing. But they, and I can only speak because I know the situation, and they are cool, and it is a beautiful. He's a great guy, and they are beautiful co-parents together. Again, I've never seen anything like it. I don't get to see that good side of Black homes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was, and the access only shifted like on his side when he got that. It ain't never been that way. So it's like,
I done had a whole nother baby, and I have never taken away because I always felt like it was so important for my son to see this amazing co-parent, like for us to still be cool the way that we were after going through the breakup and be mature enough to have these conversations, to be around each other, to still I think that we are so used to those toxic, bad baby mama, baby daddy relationships. We think that's how it's supposed to be, and it's not.
It's not.
But unfortunately, a lot of relationships aren't like what you have.
And that's crazy because you're absolutely right. And that's what I told him. I'm like, do she even rock with her baby daddy at all?
The stereotypical thing is
No.
baby daddy.
So why is she
Baby
telling
daddy's
you,
still
should
trying
show
to, you know what I'm
baby mama,
saying?
and our son
He's
is
weak.
so
He's weak. At the end of the day, if he was talking to you and y'all was having a good communication for the child, and then all of a sudden he get with the woman, that's because he had other agendas himself.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Because why would he cut you off and not introduce you to that woman
That's
to
what I'm
let
saying.
her feel comfortable enough to let her know this is my mother's, this is the mother to my son.
This is my son.
And this, her
mama.
name is Dominique. I just want to let you know that and let y'all know each other and introduce each other, because at the end of the
And
day,
get to
y'all
know each
family,
other.
right?
Yeah.
So for him not to introduce you, he on some
He
weak
already
ass shit,
had-
and he had an agenda.
That's
And
what I
he
thought
had
too.
an
That's
agenda.
what I thought
He
too.
was thinking he was gonna get that Dominique, but they that poop, that punana. He wanted to
tell his father. I told her the same thing because I got talking about that.
because why wouldn't he say nothing to her?
I told her at the end of the day, it's not a lot of women like you, point blank, period. And so it's more women like this, and that's how they are. You know, because Dominique reached out and said she wanted to meet her. Like at the end of the day, you know what? Where she at? I come up there,
Right.
you know,
Because that's how I felt, just like you said, like we family.
You
So
are.
you family, come into this. Why are
When
we
things like that
separating
don't
it?
happen, is with the intention.
He had another agenda.
Right.
And it didn't
That's
work out,
somebody
and
else,
she
though.
felt it because we all got intuition. She felt it, and she said, "Oh no,
You ain't even
won't be
introduced me,
here."
but he didn't make her feel comfortable
Right.
either. He didn't respect her enough to let her know who you were. He didn't respect her enough for that, and then he felt like, I'm gonna cut you off because I got somebody else right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you know I don't need to deal with you because evidently I'm not gonna introduce you. That's weak on his part. No lie, it's weak on his part as the man because he's the common denominator. So he's supposed to be the one that let both of y'all feel comfortable. Right, that's what I'm saying. So he was supposed to let both of y'all feel comfortable enough to be able to know who you are and who she is and leave it at that, because you know you didn't have an agenda, but evidently he did, and he felt it's a way he felt that he didn't want to say anything about it because he's weak. He's the common denominator for that. And then for her to not want to meet you or speak to you, she insecure and probably weak herself.
And she's around your son.
Really, yeah. My son just moved.
I don't know her, so I don't know.
My son moved up there, but it just, like I said, things went crazy. I found out my son had autism, this and the third, and it was like, I need the space, the air. So I had to let my son go, like, because I didn't, because this whole situation was the first time my son has ever seen me and his father at odds. I have never cursed out his daddy in front of him. I've never talked bad about his daddy in front of him. Me and his daddy, if we argued outside. Like, my son has never seen us at odds. My baby was like, you know what? I don't care where I live. I don't want to go. I just wanted to go back to normal.
Right.
And I know my son been wanting to go live with his daddy for years. Like, you know what I mean? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna just have to have a big girl panties on. But yeah, it was nuts. It was crazy, and I was just so confused. Like, at the end of the day, we don't really talk. We're not talking to each other every week. Like, hey, what's up? What you doing? Just randomly calling. But we do have this great foundation laid for a huge respect of who we play to our son. Like, and it seemed like it just kind of disintegrated out of nowhere for nothing. And I just really didn't appreciate it. And I've always just felt like we were family at the end of the day. And why wouldn't you want to bring somebody into our family in the way it is instead of splitting it up, because it works perfectly. Our son is amazing.
So now,
we got a caller.
My situation is that we
hold on, caller.
I don't necessarily care for my children's father, but I love his family.
Right.
So we show. So me and my husband show up to all the gatherings, and they love him. You know.
Okay.
So it's just like I chose not to separate myself from the family because I was around them for like 20-some years. I grew up with them. They're my people, just like my family.
So you know,
just like my family.
So
I just don't care for him.
Right.
Oh, that word family is important. We're gonna read some of these comments in a minute, but we do have a caller. Hello, caller.
Hey, caller.
How y'all doing, ladies?
Hey.
I just chimed in real quick, and I think I came in. We're talking about the topic is co-parenting. Am I correct?
It is basically co-parenting, but it says when speaking with the children's father or mother, should you let your significant other know? So yes, it is pertaining to co-parenting for sure. For sure.
I definitely agree about, if a relationship is broken between the biological parents. Let me start off by this. You get, each each of the spouses want to know who the other person is around their children. I think that's very important. I'm always about family first. I think everything should be respectful. I know a lot of broken relationships. A lot of people have ill feelings towards the other, and that shouldn't be.
Right.
If we know we just didn't work out, we just didn't work out. Some people who don't work out, they break up, they go their separate ways. Sometimes they get back together. And how's it too? I kind of wanted to chime in, ladies, and I wanted to actually get y'all opinion about something that I've been holding in for a long time, and I thought this might be the perfect time to bring it and let y'all get the exclusive on it first. So shout out to the WMC fam for hitting my notification so I can come see you ladies and show some support.
Shout out.
Let me talk about my situation. I'm 36 years old. I have my first boy. He's 2 years old. He'll be 3 on November 11th. I'm currently going through my divorce. I was married for 4.5 years. Got married on June 1st of 2019 to a woman that I really had a crush on for many, many years. For 15 years, I've known her. And now as we've been going through this divorce, throughout our marriage, she has been talking down on me. She has not respected me, and I yet knew what I signed up for when I said my vows. And I knew how to control myself and try to talk to her. And the main thing about our relationship was communication. And I try to tell everybody communication is key. But when you have one person that wants to be more dominant, which she was dominant. She's used to being the leader. I took on she had 2 kids that I was aware of. I didn't come with any kids. I didn't have kids. I didn't have my first son until I was 33. So I didn't bring any baby mamas into the relationship. I didn't bring any drama towards this relationship. And I kind of had an inkling of knowing I thought this was the one. Currently, right now, through this divorce, she left me. We had a 4-bedroom house, 2.5 baths, that my sister decided to pay for our family. And when it got to a rocky situation, because I knew we could not communicate because she thought she was better than me. That was the honest truth. And I said, I'm not going to sit here and try to bicker. I'm not here to bicker with my spouse. I took these words of discouragement. I took the words of disrespect. I took those feelings and I bottled them down. And I said to her, I said, we have a problem communicating. I think we should go and see your pastor because I married at her church. Or bring somebody outside to help us communicate. And she did not want to do those things. And by that time, I knew she was checked out. She's 34 years old. I'm 36. She left me for an ex-friend, a business partner who's 47, not in the military anymore, doesn't have his own place, doesn't have his own car. She threw away a house. Everything since this divorce, she has told me how much I am a bad father, I'm a bad person, I'm this, I'm that, cuss me out, cuss my sister out, throwing threats. I have not yet once through this entire divorce since December 17th of 2023 ever badmouthed this woman. I actually filed for the divorce because she gave up on us. That's the reason why I filed for the divorce. And through this divorce, she thinks she has control by using my son against me. And that's the only thing that has ticked me off throughout this whole entire time. But however, me having my attorney, I tell everything to my attorney. I sit here and let her do the talking, and I don't say anything because every time she opens her mouth, she winds up digging herself a hole.
Go ahead.
Everything I have done through this divorce and what's going on currently, I've been thinking about my son. I have been thinking about what I want to do because he has a disability. He has a bone conduction device on the outside of his ear because he has issues here at low frequencies in his middle ear. I've been trying to plan for the future. My grandmother put me through private school and everything like that. And I want to do the same for my son. And it's hard because I want to do joint physical custody. she's not trying to do joint physical custody. She wants to have majority of the custody. Because what I know is, if him being at the age of 2, it's best for both the parents to be in his life, no matter if we're split apart.
I have a
And she's
question.
making them very different. Go ahead.
I have a question. So you knew she had the 2 kids before you wanted to, right? Is they by the same person?
No, they're not.
Okay.
Joanne is the oldest. The daughter is 12. She is the oldest. She has never met her biological father, yet he has been pleading to see her. The son is 10 years old now. He sees his father every other weekend.
So this is why I'm asking these questions. Because what was it about her that you felt that you wanted to be married to so badly? Was it because you had a crush? Because you didn't have any children and she had 2.
Partially was the crush, but it was the way she carried herself, the facade that she put on. Because we haven't even gotten to the juicier part yet.
Oh.
Well, can I share this with you? Excuse me, wait a minute. Let me share this with you. And this is advice to you. I did child support for many, many years. And I just want to share this advice to you. Make sure that you write everything down on the calendar. Okay? Not on notebook paper, because the course is not going to accept that. Make sure everything is written on the calendar of what you did, what she did. Okay? Make sure, I'm glad you got an attorney, because I tell everyone when dealing with family law, you do need an attorney. Never go in there like you going by yourself, because they are taught to believe that both of you are liars. Okay? So always have an attorney anytime you're doing anything with the family law. I will suggest to you to still fight for joint custody or try to get full custody yourself. But do not relinquish your custody because you get tired and you just don't want to fight no more. Continue to fight for that joint custody. Okay.
Because he's very precious to me, and he's my first. You know, and I know what it's like not being able to see a father growing up. But I do know my father. I met him at the age of 20, so I don't want that for my son.
Right.
I want to be there for my son. You know, I look at society sometimes where we work. You know, as parents, we work our jobs. You know, and jobs don't do nothing back in return for us. You know, a job is not. If you're not in a union, you know, you don't anything. You can lose a job on the dime. So I'm trying to get to a position in my work life to where when my son starts wanting to try to do events or do sports or do something, I want to be in that team, cheering him on every single time.
I just want to say that you ignored a lot of red flags to me personally when you, with her having the 2 baby daddies, with you that being your crush and a little certain little things, it seemed like it was ignored a little bit, just the same way that we as women ignore the red flags that we see. Men do the same thing.
And that might be a little bit partial to my son because they say Pisces always try to bring someone who's in the dark to the light.
Let me ask you, was she this type of person before you got married?
No, she gave him.
No, she wasn't. We used to do a lot of things together, but once we started getting into that lifestyle, you know, we dated a lot. You know, when you're in that dating phase, you do a lot of things together. But when you start to settle down, you know, things kind of change and it evolved. And all we had to do was just plan. It seems like where we went off is that her plans, she kept to herself. When I was planning, I used to share everything with her. I used to tell her what I was thinking, what I wanted to do, all of those things. But when she started talking down on me in a way that it was just like, nah, with everything that you do ain't the right thing to do, that's when I cut the communication and I just tolerated. That's what I did. I literally stopped telling her everything that I would normally do, and I changed my behavior. That's where it all. This is where it all fell apart. And like I said, I have a tolerance. I will not yell at you. I will not lash out at you because that's not what I'm here to do.
Well, it sounds like she wanted. It sounds like she didn't want none of that. She wants somebody ain't driving or nothing. She ain't care about nothing you talking about. If you got a car or whatever, she ain't care. She wanted somebody else, and it sounded like she messed around with somebody she was working with.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And majority of relationships and cheating shit is people that people work with. It ain't the clubs and none of that. It be the people that they see every day. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it was, and she didn't value the relationship like you valued it. And usually when you value it more than the other person, usually it won't work.
Exactly. Correct. So that's the reason why, like I said, you want to lead a relationship? I was like, that's fine. And that's the reason why I filed the divorce. I'm not looking back. I don't feel no regrets and nothing like that. I'm trying to move forward. This, I believe, with us not having many assets between us, that going any longer, but it has because she wants power. I know her motives. When I look back at the 4.5 years of how everything was going, I seen all the motives that she had. And then looking now and knowing the history of the first two children, which I thought were her only two children, because like I said, we ain't got to the juicy part yet.
Well, but I mean, it ain't that she won't power. I mean, you admitted, like, in talking that, you know, you let her take the lead. She was in the lead, so the power was already relinquished. And it's no detriment to you if that's the type of man that you are and chose to be with this particular woman. But if that's what she's used to and she had it, then, you know, she can't be faulted for that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. I don't think I'm faulting her for that. Honestly, I really wanted us to be a team. That's what we were supposed to be. I wanted us to be a team. She didn't want to be a team player. She wanted that. And that's the thing. It's like, that's why I was consulting. I want you to know my moves. I want you to know what I'm trying to do. I want you to know because it's out of respect to you.
So how many kids she got?
She got 3 now. But I will tell you.
She got 3. She's got 3 by me currently. But I found out through my sister, through the divorce, that she had a 4th child.
Oh.
And this was the one, and I have never kept any secrets from this woman the entire 15 years. But it took for my sister to tell me by looking up, you know, I guess everything got a case in it. It took for her to tell me that she had a 4th child. And this 4th child was in 2008 prior to me ever laying my eyes on my wife.
I will tell you this before we get off and get to another caller. When you seen her do the situation with her 12-year-old, right there told you how she was going to do you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime a man is begging to see their child and she
won't
really
let
ain't
him.
got no reason, like that's detrimental to the child, or there's some type of past physical harm or something like that, and she's just not letting them, and this is, you know, your indication or what you're observing, like she ain't put it right.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out, ladies, how to navigate.
Only thing I can tell yours, well, you doing what you the navigate. The only thing legal advice that I will give you is make sure you write everything on the calendar. But you already navigating it. You filed your divorce and you have
My attorney doesn't know what to do with this.
Your attorney don't know?
No, this is what we don't know. This is where we have a little bit of we have to figure out where to put this in. But the 4th child, I found out through my sister when she told me to look up on CaseNet, is that my ex-wife has 1st-degree involuntary manslaughter on her record and child endangerment, both of those charges.
So you didn't know that?
I never knew that.
You didn't look the background up?
Wait.
I don't think we don't do that.
I'm gonna be honest. You asked me a question. I did not know about CaseNet. I never heard of it, never until my sister brought it to my attention. So I'm telling you that honestly.
We look y'all every time we.
Well, I will tell you that with that information, get that to your lawyer.
So she unalived her child?
The firstborn child was a female, that she left out that she left out in the freezing cold on Christmas Day of 2008.
So because she let the child outside, the child froze to death.
Froze to death out behind her parents' house.
And this is
Her adopted parents.
yeah, this is
Whoa,
So
okay,
you
we
wanna-
have to get to the next. Cause this is so this is so zoning. Like
Take your information to your lawyer. That's the
Yeah,
only
that's
thing I can tell you.
that's just
She has it. She has. We just had. What my lawyer told me was this. I actually am like my true feeling is I'm concerned about the safety of my son. That is my true feeling.
period.
But the problem is the reason I can't react is my attorney knows this, but it might not count.
you got the wrong attorney.
You sure do, because that
You got the
should've
wrong
told you
attorney.
emergency
For him
removal.
not to know what to do, it sounds like he don't really care. So you got the wrong. She don't sound like she really care. You
Right.
sound like you got the wrong
Because
attorney.
automatically
Because
she should've
all
said
that
emergency
should
removal.
matter. All that should matter.
Yeah.
All of that should matter.
Mhm.
So if you got that proof or you got that information, you need to make sure that you
Maybe you should-
continue-
For the record.
Maybe you seek a different counsel and ask their opinion on that. Since since none of us are legal professionals, I would say seek a second opinion from a legal professional with that matter, with that information you have. Since that information is public record, that's something that can go and say that you can have an emergency removal of your son
Emergency
and have
removal.
him put in your care until custody is decided upon, and that can be the selling factor on you getting joint custody or even sole custody.
And you can always contact Legal Aid Family Law Division. They're a very great resource. And you can also call Pro Kids over in Mount Auburn. You can call them and you can talk to them.
He might not be in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
I'm in the Midwest, but I'm in the Midwest. I'm not going to go too many details because I know I'm not supposed to really be talking about this, but I felt like I needed to hear from some external sources that have really good brains, and I feel like y'all were the ones that I can talk to.
That's amazing. You can, and we appreciate you so much for even calling in
And
to
sharing.
even share that with everybody. But we do have another caller coming in too, and we do appreciate it. And we'll be back. You can call in anytime. We appreciate it. Yes,
Appreciate y'all.
we appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Somebody else was calling in, but they hung up. But somebody said, where was the sister before he married her? Yeah, there was the
sister was
good evening.
Hey, I'm just getting over a cold, so pardon my voice. I probably sound like old man,
I can't.
Listen, I just wanted to hit on the young man and bless his heart, first of all, and then I want to send prayers for his son, that son remains safe until they're over with this court system. But it's just a situation where I feel like men react with their eyes versus with their mind. Like you're attracted to a baby, a woman who unalived her baby. That don't sound good. It don't sound good that you didn't do the background that you needed to do to see if you really did. You waited to have children. So don't you want to see who you having children with? Like this is something that been on day to day that I've seen spoken about plenty of times, that you just can't align yourself to have children with just anybody.
You gotta do your
You
homework.
know, you have to do your research on their family, on them, see if you want your baby part of that family. Sometimes the family's not right. But anyways, you do seem like he's been through a lot, and I just hope that God see him on his path, that this baby be into a safer environment. But the sister, she sure was digging on this young lady,
Oh,
but
yeah,
she
she
waited
go.
too late,
She to go.
So, yeah, everybody got to
She ain't no go. She waited way too late. She ain't no go.
Yeah, she did.
Stop
She really
going
did. And I wish that he was protected a little bit more by the
He
women in
should
his
have
family.
did the homework.
It's important because sometimes men don't think correctly.
He should
But I
have
also
known.
wanted to hit on this topic
Mhm.
And when she found
that
out she
y'all
wasn't no
have.
good,
I
she
really feel that it is not important to speak with your spouse or if it's just a boyfriend when you're speaking to your child's mother or father. I think it should stay healthy because we don't only have to protect our relationship, but we have to protect our child's relationship as well. That's first of all. Your child relationship, it needs to have some privacy as well. And I get it that the woman, the woman, but they need to have some type of way they can confide in the parent to get to the other parent. It shouldn't have to go through another adult. If an adult is feeling like if I speak to the child parent, I feel like it's some type of mental health, something that doesn't happen previous that they feel like they want to be involved. It's like kind of speaking something to happening, like they don't trust, something happened to them that they feel like it's going to happen again, like a trigger. I just don't feel like you should include your spouse. They have other things to do in that household. If you got this part under control, then you're just taking one thing off of their plate. Unless it's volatile, disrespectful, I don't think it should have to be brought about every day because even that could be manipulated as well. Something else could be really going on. But
Right.
if
I
it's
agree.
respectful, just laying cards on the table. This is it, and I can't stand it. This is just me. I don't know how you ladies feel, and that's my question. How do you feel about introducing your kid's parent as a baby daddy or a baby mama? Like, oh, this is my baby mama, and your kid's grown or
I don't like
even
that.
younger. Why
I
you
don't
just
like that
don't
words.
answer them by their name? Like, what is the title about? And that was my question. Like, what's the title of baby mama and baby daddy?
I've never, to be honest, I don't introduce my daughter's dad to nobody. I don't, for what? I don't do that. We ain't in the situation to we good, but we ain't in a situation where I'm introducing him to nobody. Like, hey, this is blah, blah, blah. Like, for what? Like, I'm not, that's
situation.
Like
I have a grandchild now.
I'm still not introducing him. I'm gonna act like he don't even like. I wouldn't even introduce him though. We could be in a family room together and be around people and everything and friends and everything. I'm not gonna say this is blah 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 or whatever. I'm gonna let him do him and I'm gonna do me.
So it was. I would say I introduced my son's. I'm gonna say my son. I introduced my children's father to my husband. It's the
background for me. Alethea, get your bro.
This is Poppy Daddy so and so. Ain't his name out there. You know. It's this Poppy Daddy, and because we had to interact. Poppy had football games. He had different school events that we all had. He said we were all a part of. It was graduation. It was going to be coming up. My son had a accident that happened to him. He was at medical care, so it was like he had to know who this person was. Now, and for me, it wasn't even me that pressed the issue. It was my husband, because I could have wrote dude off and not look back. But it was my husband that said, no, that's not right. Your relationship with him is not the same as your kids' relationship with him. And your children need to know their father so they don't have daddy issues. So you can't put your personal relationship with that man on them children, because that's their father. You know what I'm saying? So I had to set aside my personal feelings for the betterment of my children. And there's a lot of people out here that don't do that. They take their personal feelings toward this person and want to put that on their children. And that's not fair to the children, because that's their dad. They could or that's their mother. They could be a horrible mate, but they could be a wonderful parent. And that's not giving, that's unfair to the child. So I think a lot of times we have our own individual feelings toward that other person. and we try to implement those on our children, and that's not fair to the child. That's not a healthy relationship.
I will give you this advice. Well, not really advice, but I will tell you this. With my circumstances, when my child was younger, it was a football game, and I introduced myself to the woman that was with my child's father. She stuck her nose, and I said, "Baby, it's all right," because I know he was talking bad about me, and I told her it was all right for her to act that way, She. And I walked out.
I almost called her the B word.
It was a football game. But I'm just letting you know that some people don't want to know the other party, and to me, that's not fine because you're going to be around my child.
It shouldn't even be discussed because as a parent, my job as a mother, and I will, part of my background, my kid's father decided to jump in when they felt it was appropriate for them to jump in.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there lifelong. But now that they decided to do that, it's still part of my job to make it peaceful for my child.
Right.
They're grown, but it's still my duty. So our generation, whatever we went through, because we were young, we made mistakes, we all make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I to say you're a bad father because you just acknowledged that you did something wrong? Now you're trying to fix it. Who am I to jump in front so she still won't get the benefit of a father?
Right.
So I'm saying all that to say this. That's why I feel like it still should be handled with care, because just like you just said, everybody don't wish for a good turnout.
Right.
They want y'all at odds because not because of a sexual attraction. I'm pulling all that trash out. I'm pulling all that out. It's just they don't want to see you in a healthy relationship with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
That is healthy and respectful. They all want to feel like you have something that they don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not accurate. You know what I mean? Like, but who are we to tell them? It's your man that needs to make you feel comfortable, not me. Or vice versa with a man.
I used to root for my baby daddy.
Yeah, I just can't sit here and take my child and have my child at risk for losing an opportunity. This is called opportunity to build a healthy relationship, not just anyone, a healthy relationship with their father. So in order to do that, you know what they say, if you got a game plan, just do it. Don't speak. Because people will try to intercede into that. You get what I mean? So
I agree.
Exactly what you're saying. The young lady that was speaking before, I think she was on the end. My video is a little distorted, but when she said that her mother and her stepmother were great friends, that is so respectful as a woman that know that you are not, I'm not intimidated by you and you don't be intimidated by me. I'm here for this child. We're going to work together for this child. I'm with the man. You used to be with the man, so what? But the child is more important.
Right.
Exactly.
I love what she
Exactly.
said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all I ever wanted. That's
Right.
all I ever
And
wanted.
that's beautiful.
Hey,
I mean, I've never
That is
had
beautiful.
an
I was
issue
so-
like that
I
because,
bet it
like,
is.
at the end of the day, my ex-husband, my kid's father that passed away was the only one involved in my life, and he knew, my ex-husband knew my kid's father because my kid's father was very pivotal in their life, and we did have a relationship. Of course, I didn't drive, we would take them to drop the kids out, but they didn't disrespect each other, but they didn't respect each other. They just tolerated each other out of respect for the kids. So I never had any issues where I had to defend. Well, no, I'll take that back because before he was my ex-husband, we were dating, he would try to make little sly remarks about my child's father, but I don't believe in like the terminology baby daddy, baby mama. That's just me. That's the father of my kids. And you're gonna respect him because he does take care of his kids. He wasn't no absent father, he wasn't, no bad father. We just didn't get along. Right. We could not be together. But for the sake of our 4 children, we did know how to co-parent. You know what I'm saying? So I've never, and once I put that down, then everything was copacetic up until the time that he passed away. He was even in attendance at the funeral, you know what I'm saying? So I was very grateful to have that type of relationship, in my life.
Yeah, like I miss my Miss my kid's father.
And you talk so fast, my
ex-girlfriend.
ear was pressed up against the phone so I could hear everything. She talks fast. Look.
I know.
It's
It's not intentional. I promise you. I do my best to try to slow down.
I heard everything. But I put my ear against this and it sounded like, it was positive. And I like that you had that to say, because sometimes the mother of children are negative, even if the baby's father is out of the place, it's just so negative all the time. But they're not really focusing on what the child needs, what the child wants, because they're so angry and bitter and the father,
Right.
So it's good to hear this panel tonight. So I'll keep on keeping on, and I'm gonna give my little.
Have a good night, Chris.
Yeah.
Keep on keeping on too.
Thank you, Queen, for calling in.
Yes, thank you, love. Love you, sis. Yeah, I think that me personally, I'm not introducing nobody or none of that. That's just me. I mean, I don't have nothing against nobody, but I'm not gonna introduce anyone. I'm just gonna do what I do, they do what they do, we cordial, whatever. And I am cool with all my my daughter's fathers, exes, and wife and everything. Like I don't have nothing against none of them. I got love for them because my kids love them, right?
Right.
And they are adult children. They love these ladies.
Right.
So I'm gonna love these ladies. As long as my children love them, I love them.
And
So
I'm so sad I didn't get that opportunity.
yeah, I love them. I love all of
I didn't
them.
got the opportunity to do that.
Except for one.
Well, that's not your fault. That's not
That's
your
not
fault.
your fault though.
Like, that's shitty as hell. Like, I don't even
But
have the opportunity to. And my son lived there now. Like,
But it's
with
not
his
your
wife.
fault.
Still ain't your fault.
That's not your fault,
That's
though.
his fault.
Yeah,
That
that's him.
he handled it. He mishandled that situation.
Shit, he fumbled that.
He fumbled the ball because I love my bonus mom.
Yeah.
I love her to death.
I'm like,
Shout out
shit.
Sharnetta if you listening.
I love her to
Shout out
death.
to Sharnetta.
I was upset when my children's father and her broke up. I said, what?
It just confused me though. Like I couldn't believe
She was
that.
the
Like,
one.
how could you not want to meet the mother of the child that's going to be living in your house? I don't understand that from a woman mother standpoint. If I'm gonna take my child somewhere or your child come to me, don't you want to meet me?
Right.
If your child gonna be here with me,
But you don't know the
What he done
circumstance
said.
of what he done said.
but at the end, yes, we understand what he said. But as
Even still, I
mothers,
get where you come
we're
from.
mothers.
But that's what I was trying
I just want to be a big blended family with everybody.
Blended.
She didn't want to meet me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what, and you heard me say, I told her, I understand. And I laughed at her because you only hearing one side of the story, which I'm not going to tell you the story because I never talked bad about him because I never wanted my son to hear the things that I heard when I was growing up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I just, when my son got to a certain age, I pulled out both of them briefcases and I said, you come to me whenever you need any type of help to read the legal paperwork. However, the woman that's in my child's father's life now, she's the same one. She didn't want to meet me. You don't know me. So to not want to meet me, I know he had to say something.
Exactly.
And it's okay. Just don't let nothing happen to my son.
I mean, definitely
Because
that.
then you're going to meet the person that he probably did.
That part.
Yeah.
So,
As long as my son like everything's sweet, like he, at the end of the day, he is 15, so it ain't like he's a small.
exactly.
You know
He's
what I'm
small
saying? He's
kid.
older, so I was at least the little bit of comfortable letting my son. I told him like, but you can't go move up there until I feel like I can go let you live by yourself. Period.
I honestly feel, I'm gonna tell you, I honestly feel like your son's father has genuine still feelings for you. And that lady that he's in a relationship now, she can feel that. So that makes her feel some type of way towards you. Not because she knows you or anything about you.
Right.
It's the simple fact that how you make him feel. That you still have a place in his heart. That there's something about you that still makes him feel warm and fuzzy.
And y'all can communicate in a certain way that they probably
And you
have.
can still be an enigma in her mind because she ain't have no face or nothing to it. She just has her own thoughts to deal with.
Right.
And now to put a person in place of what I'm already probably dealing with internally,
Yes.
what you said, and then to see you, it's it's like
Let me be quiet. This I keep talking about he a sucker. He a sucker. But so we got like another minute or so. We went over, but that's okay, y'all. We can go over however long we want to, but we can day to day, y'all. But I did. Hey, do you got a question? Do you have a question? Because that's why he was sitting there with his legs up.
Mr. Sir.
Okay.
Down. Oh my God.
Temptation on
He David Ruffin right over here.
I do.
Nobody coming for you all.
They talking about you. Cause you here.
I got to see the behind the scenes today.
Yeah. So I do want to know like what's up with my picture because it keep being blurry. We gonna have to figure that out. It's blurry on Facebook too. It ain't blurry on yours. It's blurry on mine.
No, it ain't blurry on
No,
yours.
it's just the YouTube.
It's the YouTube. Okay, go ahead with the question.
Well, I actually got 2 questions.
No, we're not going to. It don't matter.
Are they both related? Are they related?
One of them is related and the other one isn't.
No, but we don't want to because you can save it for next week. No. Yeah. Well, no, just
do
read
what
what
go ahead.
you
Read what you
want.
gonna say. Do what you gonna do.
No.
Do what you gonna do.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Do what you gonna do.
All right. So, what does it take for a woman to be submissive and give her fullness and understanding in a relationship? Meaning, let your guard down. If we give you 90%, we only get 65%.
I don't necessarily think it's about a percentage. I think at the end of the day, we keep our guard up because we don't feel in a safe space to let it down. We don't feel protected. No, to be submissive.
It is blurry.
We have to feel protected. We have to feel safe. We have to feel vulnerable. What you have to understand is that we have been in these spaces of the man of the house for a very long time. We've had to run our house. We failed ourselves. And so to go ahead and put the submissive behind it and put all of our faith in you to be this person for us, we have to feel safe. Like we have to know that the path that you're going to lead us down is not going to run us into a wall.
Man.
So if you are not providing that space, you're not going to get that woman. I know. Y'all got to make us feel safe.
You said it.
Period.
That was the full mouth.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
And
You know that thing when we were kids when everybody's like, okay, fall, we gonna catch you.
We got to be able to fall.
You got.
Alethea said she wasn't able to hear you, but
yeah, you gotta feel safe. You gotta feel safe.
The
if you
question,
want to feel safe, man,
you can read the question again for her.
Okay, for the listeners out there in YouTube, Facebook land, what does it take for a woman to be submissive and give her fullness and understanding in a relationship? Meaning, let your guard down. If we're giving you 90% and only receiving 65%.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't never really gonna let my guard down because I'm just not. Because people that you do let your guard down with, that you do feel protected by, that you do love, and that you do tell everything, that's your friend and your confidant and your significant other sometimes use it against you. So no, I'm not gonna put my guard all the way down with everybody or anybody. Like I'm just not. Because that's just me. Because you're not gonna use that against me because I've had that done while putting your guard down. So I think that us as women need to continue to have it up some, but not totally to the point where you can see it, right? Like you could, I got my guard down, but I know I don't have it all the way down. But you feel that you see it as having the guard down because the way I treat you, the way I come at you, our relationship.
We don't see it that way. I said we only get 65% from you. So meaning like we ain't getting the full.
So you said you're not seeing it
So
at all.
you have to, like she said, you have to be comfortable, but also,
dancing around that word submissive though.
but it's that wasn't listen.
She said it.
So listen,
She said it all.
So even if they make you feel
Listen.
submissive, you still act that way.
How do you feel submissive? You can't. Feel
what is
submissive.
what is your definition of submissive?
Yeah.
Because what's
Yeah,
your
what's your
definition of
definition?
submissive might not be ours.
Right.
So what's y'all definition of submissive? Because I'm asking y'all the question. You tell me.
You want to know the answer, and you don't
I'm
answer.
asking the question.
My definition of submissive would be not as, for lack of a better word, I like whatever you like, coming to America. That's not submissive.
Right.
Submissive would be I respect
I was just about to say
your viewpoints on things. I respect you enough to allow you to lead
Mm-hmm.
the boat.
Mm-hmm.
I trust you to lead the boat.
Mm.
That does not mean that I'm not going to give you
that word.
my input.
Right.
That does not mean I'm not going to share with you my viewpoints. However, at the end of the day, I trust for you to have the last word
And
Right.
make the decision.
and make the decision
because I trust you.
because I trust you. That's being submissive to me.
There you go. That sounds about right.
That we sit at the table, we talk, and I'm like, okay, baby, you got it. We came to the agreement,
Right.
Agreement. There you go.
and you got it.
That's the answer I was looking for. Now, since y'all answered that so fucking fast, can I ask my question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because y'all just knocked that out the ballpark. No problem.
Yeah, but the men don't know that. I don't think men really know the definition of
Nah,
submissive.
Every man's
Just
definition
a lot
is the
of men
same.
is
Exactly what
different.
you
A
said.
lot of
What
men,
temperature
a lot of men
you
want
like.
that coming to America submissive,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's not what I'm saying.
Not
That's
having
what
a
you're thinking.
But it's a lot
But
of
a lot of men
out there,
feel that
even with
way.
these podcasts, is the way they talk.
You shouldn't have an opinion.
It's like
As
a
a
woman
woman.
shouldn't have no type of opinion. They
If
should
I'm
just
paying
sit
all the
there and be
bills and I'm
happy
taking care of you and
and
everything,
look pretty.
you
question
shouldn't
them.
have to. You shouldn't have nothing to say.
You don't
And don't
question
You
say
shouldn't
it
have
at
nothing
all.
to complain about.
Nothing.
You
Don't
should,
nag.
but because some men have that viewpoint, but it's because you're paying a bill, because you are taking care of me, because you give me a particular lifestyle, doesn't mean that I shouldn't have an opinion.
Exactly.
Nowadays, they ain't even paying the bill and want you submissive, baby.
Girl.
But come on with your
What's the
Go
next
ahead to the
question?
next
All
one.
right, my next question is based on what y'all was talking about earlier, right? This is in that round.
Mhm.
So when two people are together, they have a child, and the child moves out, well, the father ends up leaving the home,
Okay.
and we already know the child automatically stay with the mother, right?
Right?
Right.
Not all the time,
Most of the time.
but 9 times out of 10.
I'll say that. Why is it that most women talk shit about the father to the child and make the child form an opinion about their father before they really get a chance to
Because
write
they
it?
the same reason
Lack of self-control.
I said about my baby
Right.
daddy, them hoes.
Because my experience was different.
Lack of
It
self-control.
was me saying respect your dad, and when he went over there, he talked bad about me.
Lack of self-control.
Yeah,
So-
mine's was like
so-
that's how mine's was.
Mine
It
was
wasn't
totally
me.
different, and the reason why mine was different was when I
Same.
was growing up, I experienced that, and I said I don't want my child to experience
Right.
Because even though my mom said the things she said, that still didn't turn me away from my dad. What turned me away from my dad is when I heard the conversation between them. And I guess I was a different type of kid because I was always told I act older than my age. Because a 9-year-old, because that's how old I was, 9, when I heard that conversation in my grandma's garage, being nosy, and I heard their conversation. And I said, well, Dad, I felt a certain type of way.
All women don't do that. I never talk bad about my daughter's father to them at all.
Right.
They formed their own opinion on certain things as they got older, but he talked bad about me.
Mhm.
Yeah, the kid
So-
always come back and tell you.
Right.
I think this is going a little deep into it. I think it's kind of generational also.
Mhm.
I think a lot of times
We said that.
us women don't really understand, or us people don't really understand the value of what a father is. So we don't hold that dear to our heart and to our children. So it's easy for us to badmouth fathers, because we don't understand how important it is for our child to be able to look at their father and respect them, because we've had a lack of fathers in the home. Yeah, so I do
Like
think that's what it is.
And
really.
like I said before, we all oftentimes we implement our personal feelings
right
into the equation because we feel a particular way about our children's father. We verbalize it, and our children hear it. You might be on the phone with them and you must while you on the phone, but your children are in the home. They hear that. You have it's lack of self-control, lack of having control of your own emotions when it comes to that particular person. So you have to, once you have control of your emotions with that person, it shouldn't be a elevated conversation. What I'm saying? Even if it's elevated on one side, you should still be able to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep talking to you right now and hanging up. Like, I was a good clicker. I was a good clicker.
I missed the phone.
I tried really hard not to talk about my son's father in front of him. Like, I always wanted him to have that respect for him and never to lose it, because I knew how important it was for my son to have that father figure.
And the same here. I never talk bad about my children's father. I wanted to.
Right.
And,
I talk bad about him all the time.
I most definitely wanted to. I most definitely wanted to say things, but I chose not to because they still was around them. I didn't stop the relationship. So I wasn't gonna talk bad about him to them, because I personally, nobody else, I felt like he wasn't worth me speaking on.
Period.
That was my life was to get money and to take care of my children.
And they not
fuck what
no
he
worries.
talk about,
Yeah.
right?
Don't even exist.
So I wasn't that me talking bad on him to him. Oh, that motherfucker, that's giving him way too much energy, and my energy was not on that. So I never did that with my children. They would tell you she ain't never did that because I didn't. But I know that he talked bad to me about me to them because they came back and told me. Then I was ready for that work. You hear me? I was ready for war.
Some women that had a kid, right? Yeah. And keep them in the home, and then when the kid get too bad for them to deal with, now they want to ship them off to the father. Shit at first.
Why not ship them on off?
Why you ain't just give them to him at first when he asked for it?
Some men ask.
That's another question.
A lot of men don't.
Yeah, that's a good one. Talk about that on Me and My Days. Hey, Me and My Days. Yeah.
A lot of men don't ask.
That's a good one for Me and My Days. I think that's a good one for Me and My Days. But as far as the submissive part, I think men get it mixed up. Yeah. Even the men that ain't got a dollar, ain't got a damn dollar, ain't got a pot to piss in,
and a window to throw it out.
Ain't got nothing. They ain't got shit. They want the woman to be submissive because they feel like they a man, and they think that we on a motherfucking movie or something. We ain't want to get up. Right. Jump it up. Yes, sir. Like whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody doing that, especially women that raise their children on their own. But it's men, like I said, they don't have a pot to piss in. No. All they got is a fucking dick, and they think because they got dick and they give you some dick that you're supposed to be submissive. That ain't how to fucking work. Because if I'm going to a million fucking jobs, you got a job too, and you got to remember, women, we wear a million fucking hats. We got jobs, we doing this, doing that, we cleaning up, we taking care of the kids, we cooking, we doing dishes, we cleaning the fuck up. Like, we do so much. Don't expect me to be fucking submissive. I have to be submissive. You want me to do all this shit, but then come and be submissive? Like, no. Right. I'm tired of stuff. I'm gonna lay the fuck down.
A lot of times, us women wearing all those hats. Us women have to be the goal, and a lot of times it's hard to shut that off. It's hard when you're the controller of all things. You control what you eating. You control when the kids is going to bed. You control. You paying all the bills. When you are controlling all of those things for an X amount of years, and then you decide you want to get into a relationship with somebody, it's hard to shut that off.
Yeah, right.
It's hard. It's hard to say, okay, I'm gonna give you the wheel.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to trust.
I gotta trust you to give you the wheel.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's that.
I ain't gonna hold
the
you.
young kid game. You put your arm out and you say, "Can I fall?" No.
It's just hard to shut it off. It's hard. It's hard to shut it off.
Yeah.
It's just hard. It's hard to shut it off. It's like you be like, ooh,
Oh, let me read. Oh,
you got it. I'll let you do
What
it.
you gotta read?
okay. So we might get off here, but let me read a couple of these comments. Somebody said men do the cooking, cleaning, and raising the kids as well, but still don't get the same respect women get. I agree with that. But the women that you know,
Right.
because all women ain't like that. Women will give that respect to the man that's doing that. It's just the women probably that you're around that you know because it's a billion people. So everybody ain't the same. So I would say the women that you know don't give the same respect, and the people that you ran across don't give the respect, because at the end of the day, a man that's doing that, he deserves all the respect, just like the woman do too. That's all I'm saying. So, and then it say what kind of podcast I put in there, and they roll their eyes in their head, but I put in there day-to-day podcast, babe, and this is Women Wednesdays on day-to-day podcast. That's what you're tuning into. And then it says, okay, wait a minute. And then Tasha, she said, Netta.
I was responding to her.
Okay. And then it said, our ladies are strong and inspiring. You were saying us, so thank you very much. We appreciate that. And then the men have a podcast on Monday. Okay, you just promote, and I know that's right, Magnet don't be playing out here. And then somebody said men takes the failed relationship out on the kids too.
Yeah.
And kids get to see them eventually for who they are. Oh, the kids. Okay, say kids for kids. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like as they get older, the children see, okay, my mama been saying all this stuff about my dad. Once I'm around my dad, that's not even what I'm getting out of that. But some children are so brainwashed from it that they don't know how to not be disrespectful, and they don't know how to come out of that thing with the mom side, because they so brainwashed because of the negativity that they've heard through their years as adults too.
And I will tell you this: when a man break up with that woman, he break up with the kids, and that's the
problem
thing. That's
a lot.
Because you broke up with me, don't mean you break up with your kids.
He tried. I ain't let him.
You know.
Because it was never about the children.
Right.
Some women don't break up with kids. Yeah, and some it be the women.
I'm not saying all, but majority do.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's just like when they call supposedly to speak with the kid, they want to really speak to you.
Exactly.
They might speak to that kid 5 seconds.
Or they
mom on the phone. Right. Yeah.
They call your phone instead of calling their phone.
Right.
Well, unfortunately,
I ain't never come home.
Good thing I ain't have to deal with all that. But she said, Sonny Brook, thanks for listening, Sonny. She said, I'll listen to y'all all every night. I know that's right.
Thank you,
Sonny.
Y'all is,
don't be a hater.
Right.
If y'all know what I know, then
you know
that
we know.
I'm gonna talk shit. So we about to get off of here.
I gotta do a quick shout.
I was just about to start with you. Go ahead. I was about to tell you.
Because if I don't tell this, like, shout out to Legend's grandma, Miss Donita.
Okay. Shout out, Miss Donita.
She said, shout me out. So I'm shouting her out.
All
shout
right, Miss Donita.
Miss Donita. Thank you for keeping the baby so I can go do the podcast every week.
Shout out to Donita.
All right.
Thank you, Donita. Thank you, G-Ma. Thank you, G-Ma.
Heather.
And shout out what you got going on Tuesdays.
Okay, you know, it's Tuesday. We just actually, man, we just on the way here because we was hungry. Got us a jerk salmon quesadilla.
Oh shoot!
Yes.
Where's that?
Yes, it's gone. We ate it on the way here.
You so wrong.
She won't be back. She won't be back next
You
Wednesday.
can get one every Tuesday at Taco Tuesday at Elmore Street Cafe. You can come get you a salmon quesadilla. I would be more than happy to do
6 to 9.
You can get some jerk burrito sauce.
All
If you want. It get real sexy up in there. Them tacos, you ain't gonna find them nowhere else.
Okay.
They are good. She got some good ass tacos.
Sexy tacos.
And Heather Banks said this podcast hot tonight. Thank you, baby. Good, yes. Hey, shout out. She look cute, don't she? But yeah, so Magnet, you got anything you want to share?
Nope.
Miss Wiggins.
No, Miss Wiggins.
Yes, Miss Wiggins. Mrs. Johnson. But yes.
Johnson Wiggins.
I do massages. You can get in contact with me. Just go on my page, Wiggins Johnson, or you go on to the Golden Luxury
Put it in the comments.
Massage. Yes, and I will put it in the comments for you guys.
Okay, then. I don't know.
You ain't got nothing to say? All right. Well, we about to get up out of here, but make sure y'all tune in to New Music Sundays with King David and all that hosh. You mean that hot shit. And but I play old shit, I play new shit, I play everything, reggae. This Sunday I might play mellow moves because I just want to be grinding on my husband. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might do some slow moves this Sunday. I don't know. It just depends on what I feel like playing. But it's just we just do that, and then Monday, of course, check out the Men Mondays. At 9 o'clock, we got the Men Motivational Mondays. We most definitely got the Women Wednesdays, which is what you're seeing tonight. Is my ladies tonight, Women Wednesdays, and then let's talk about it Fridays. That's where it stemmed from, and that's what we doing. But we out of here. But it looked like my music ain't playing. It's always something with this shit. Day to day. Golly. Huh? Oh yeah, it's always something with this. I be trying to play my little music. We out of here, y'all. Good night.
I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie. My style awesome. I
Go ahead.
get a bit seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'ma keep ballin'. I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie. My style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'ma keep ballin'.
Got my poker face on, please watch your hand. I'm from the city where anybody can get it, quit playing. Keep Cardi's on my face so I can watch the shade. More money, more problems, I'm used to hate. V6, 8160 on the dash. Mercedes, baby, I'm the leader of the new class. If you ain't talking money, I can really hear you clear. My shooters is magicians, they'll make you disappear.
I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie. My style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'ma keep ballin'. I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie. My style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'ma keep ballin'.
I'ma keep ballin'. This message red like record. I'm thrilling like Mike. Shit, I'm about this like Joy. Get that